एंड पता नहीं कल टाइम भी ज़्यादा लगा नॉर्मल से. I was also facing some issue in my I mean in my Mac, so it was not supporting. The normal libraries were not supporting. That is why हम ज़्यादा आगे तो नहीं बढ़ पाए. बट ओनली थिंग कुछ नया नहीं हुआ. वही आई मीन just whatever we did na, whatever we did the common methods, we just retain those methods as a common method. Okay, the selenium method, suppose this wave action, if you see, uh, see all the these methods are written, I mean all these concepts are covered already during automation, I mean previous day. I what I did is I have only segregated those methods in a smaller method and put it in web action class. Okay, web action class, and I have created one text screenshot. I mean that method, and we are taking screenshot for each and every action. That is what we have covered so far. I will anyway give you the code. I mean, after this uh, framework thing, right? After this framework thing, we will cover Git. Okay. So, right. All the browser related methods are there in this particular web actions.java class. Hmm. DB operations we did, right? We have done DB operations, means fetching data from DB. So I have I have separately written in a separate class. Okay, so that I can call this particular method and get the data, right? And I am passing the it's a generic method I have written. Okay, and I am passing the query here, so that any query uh, you can run from this particular method, right? So nothing new we did. Hmm. Hmm. The whole data I am getting the all the data in list of list. ठीक है, list of list. So whatever data, whatever type, see the data type is object here, list of object. So let it be whatever, I mean it could be string, it could be int, it could be float, but all the data will come to your list of list. You know, right, what is list of list? We discussed list of list is a tabular structure. Hmm? For first column, sorry, for first row, all the columns will be stored in inner list, and for all the rows, to store all the rows, we are getting a outer list, or that is list of list. The same thing, I mean, we covered it in our regular automation class. Okay, so this much we did. So today we will cover a couple of things like log. Okay, how to print logs, because sysout, I have if you remember, I told you that sysout statement is not standard, or we don't use sysout statement in our automation. Because that won't go to your report. So what we can do is we can create a log, right? Log. So log is like this. Let's say I want to create log for the in this class. Okay, so log factory और what, SLF4J से लेना है मुझे. So what we can use, SLF4J is a by default thing. Okay, SLF4J is a by default thing, so we can directly, can we, I mean, let me check. Okay, so logger from SLF4J, okay, org.slf4j, ठीक है, logger, and this should be a final variable. Final variable means it's a constant. Okay, so it should be private static final logger, then the variable name would be logger equal to log factory dot get logger, get logger, log factory dot get logger, and inside get logger we'll put get logger this class instance, right? This, suppose this is a web action, web actions dot class. Okay, so this is a class name and string instance name, string instance name. It's a get logger. Is it a log factory or what? Sorry. Wait. It's not insert name. It's just a logger equal to logger dot get logger, from where it is SLF4J, right? Dot एक सेकेंड, क्या यूज़ किया था इसमें, लेट मी चेक. DB commons, read JSON data mapping, common web methods, right? Common web methods. ओके कुछ लॉग यूज़ किया था क्या? हाँ, पब्लिश log factory dot get logger, and logger is from SLF4J, correct? It's a log factory is from SLF4J, get logger. सही है. Log factory, okay, logger factory dot get logger, and here actions, web actions dot class. So this is the syntax for instantiating the logger. Okay, and this logger is SLF4J logger. Now, what is SLF4J? Now, SLF4J has many libraries inbuilt. Okay, you heard about log4j? To log something in Java, we need log4j. Okay, so here we have, I mean, inside this SLF4j um, library, we have log4j, we have Java logger. Okay, so many loggers are there inside SLF4j library, and it is inbuilt to your Selenium, by the way. Okay, you don't have to import any log4j. Yes. Yes. Hmm. Hmm. Fine now. That doesn't matter basically. Hmm. No. Okay, fine. So how we will use logger here? Suppose here, right, take screenshot as it's okay. Catch, we have used this system.out.println, right? Instead of system.out.println, what we can do is it's logger dot info, error, debug. These are all labels. Okay, info means just information, error means suppose it is erroring out, and then you are putting something, you are logging something. Okay, in case of catch, it should be either info or error. Okay, so let me do it as error. uh, so error message would be could not take screenshot. Okay, could not take screenshot. So it will error out means it will, the log will be in red color somehow. Okay, so acha. um, okay, so see, logger means we have to I mean, have you heard about you are logging something? It's an application log, right? Whenever some developer or whenever user encounters some problem with the application, right? So always you advise developers, or anyone advise developers to check log, correct? To check the logs, what actually happened. So that log is coming from where? That log is coming from this logger statements. Okay, this logger statements. So I will log something to, so that seeing the log, right, seeing the log at a glance, I can understand what issue has been happened with this particular code. Okay, just like here, I have written that logger dot error could not take screenshot. So it is not really a good message, but it could be good. How? See, could not take screenshot because the error happened. Hmm? And then space, we will print the stack trace e dot get message, or let's say stack trace. Okay, get stack trace. Okay, stack trace means in which line it has happened, so that trace will be shown. Okay, so it will be a meaningful meaningful error message. All right. So the similar way, suppose this click on element. Okay, click on element. So here we will put it in a try catch method. Okay, so this is my try. Okay, try catch, and we'll put the code inside try, and exception could be no such element found exception, no such element, no such element, no such element exception, right? Element found नहीं हुआ, so no such element exception. So in here also we can log something, that is logger dot error, hmm, logger dot error, we will put some message that uh, this element not found. Which element? Whatever element you have picked, right? The element dot toString not found in the DOM. Okay, like that. And we will put this e dot print stack trace. E dot print stack trace. Okay, sorry, like this. Yes, logger is inbuilt class from SLF4J. SLF4J. Hmm. From SLF4J. So what it is happening? E dot print stack trace. Okay, sorry, it's not print stack trace. It should be get stack trace. Sorry, get stack trace. So this element, I mean, it will give you which element is not found, and you will get the whole stack trace here. The same way, we will put everything inside try catch. Try catch. So that's, I mean, I am not doing that, but whenever you will design something, you do that. Do like this, okay? Hover on elements. Element not found. I mean, no such element exception could be the proper exception. Okay. Okay. Fine. So suppose here also we can put in the database, right? In the database also we can put this kind of log statement, database classes. Okay. Here if you see in the catch, I have used this sysout statement. Not needed. We will use log statement, right? This one, and class is here. It should not be the web actions. It's not needed. Database utility, correct? Database utility dot class, and we will put the log statement here. Instead of system.out.println, we'll put logger dot error e dot get message, or get stack trace. Get stack trace. Stack trace would be better. Why? Because what is that? Okay, method argument error string is a type. Logger is not applicable for the argument. Okay. Error occurred while reading data from database. Okay, so this kind of log statements we can arrange so that seeing on the log statements we can understand, or we can figure out where exactly the problem occurred, right? Understood? Log statements, any confusion? Why we need log? Why we don't use system.out.println? Why it is non-standard? Any questions? Any such question? Though I have discussed it in previous classes, but still, if you have question, if you have doubt, you can ask In case of sysout statement also you can you are doing like that, right? Hmm. Different. Hmm. Log, if you, I mean, where to use log? When you suspect that here it, correct, right, right. Hmm. And some debug messages, right? Some debug messages will be there. Okay, got it. Okay, by the way, these kind of logs, so we are currently giving this log like this. We can also uh, put any verbose log. Okay, we can have one log, log4j dot properties file where we can mention log4j dot properties, where we can mention the logger level as verbose. Verbose means whatever action it will perform, it will log. Okay, it will log. So how to write this log4j dot properties? Log4j dot properties file example. Okay, in the src test resources you have to put this log4j dot properties. So you can go through this tutorial. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, so this log4j dot root logger debug file console. So all the log levels we can set. Okay, it this is the structure. Okay, log4j appender console. Okay, in a console you are appending. Okay, you are in the console only you are appending this things. Okay, then log4j appender console target is system.out, means in the console only you are putting all the logs. You are not putting in a separate file. You can also create a separate file, but that is not needed. Okay, so you are just putting the log files in the console. Log4j appender console layout. What is a layout? It's all Apache log4j pattern layout. It's I mean these are all unchangeable things. Okay, these are all unchangeable things. Okay, define rolling file appender. Okay, file, if you are having one separate file for log. Okay, if you are having a separate file for log, then you have to append the file, right? You cannot create the file again and again. You have to append the file. So this is how we are appending the file. So if you want to use this kind of thing, you can use. Okay, or let's I'm putting this tutorial here. Directly you can use along with the log statement I am showing. Hmm. Got it, right? Any doubt on log? Any more doubt? Okay, fine. Let's move to some testing framework. Okay, let's move to some testing framework. So what is testing framework? Mm, paint. Okay, so you suppose you have one class here. Okay, and you have written one main method, and inside main method you have written all the codes, right? And then think about it. Suppose you have another test, you have to write another class, and then again you have to write the main method, and you cannot write the both the test cases uh, all together, correct? Two main methods cannot be run together, right? One by one you have to run. So to mitigate these things, we have certain testing framework. Testing framework. The first testing framework is JUnit. Okay, JUnit. JUnit. So in JUnit basically is a unit testing framework. Remember it. JUnit is what? JUnit is a unit testing framework. It's a JUnit. Okay, JUnit. JUnit is what? Is an unit testing framework. What is unit testing? What is unit testing? Anyone? Developer, right? Correct. Unit means what? Unit means, I mean, after learning so much Java, unit means methods, right? Methods or class. So in each and every level we can put this kind of things, right? Suppose when developer creates some code, right? They create like this method 1, then method 2, then method 3, then method 4. So to check whether these method 1, method 2, method 3, method 4s are working or not properly, we need unit testing. Okay, so for that JUnit provides couple of annotations. The annotation is called @test. Okay, so whichever method you will annotate using @test, okay, that will be considered as test method. That will be considered as test method. Okay, that will be considered as test method. That means we are testing something. Okay, we are testing some methods, or we are testing some applications. So the same thing we can also apply in our testing thing, or testing code, because we are anyway we will test it, right? So the same @test method can be utilized in the test code also. Okay, using @test. Fine. So for to use JUnit, we need some external library. Okay, so JUnit Maven dependency. Okay, JUnit Maven dependency. So what it is happening? JUnit Maven dependency, or else let me check whether we have already JUnit. We have installed JUnit or not. JUnit. See, all of you must have this JUnit, or if you don't have this JUnit library, you can just import it. You can import it. I mean, anyway, I am going to give this framework to you, but just for your understanding, this JUnit will provide all the test method. And what is the scope? See the scope. Scope is test. Test means it will act, or it will be operational in src test Java folder only. It will not be operational in src main Java. It will be operational in src test Java only. Okay, the scope is test. Okay, scope is test. So if we want to create some test method right here. So let me delete this class for now, and we will create one test method here, one test method here. So, oh sorry, test class here. So maybe SpiceJet application will act on SpiceJet tests. This is the SpiceJet, then tests tests dot java. Okay, so this is a standard for creating a test class. The end, it should end with tests tests. Okay, it should end with tests. Now here we can write some method with test annotation. See, this is okay, test ng is coming. Why at the rate test, why test ng is coming? Test ng is not there still. JUnit, where is JUnit? Why test ng is coming? Let me check if we have import some test ng. No, right, we have not imported. Oh, test ng is there already. Okay, yesterday only we have imported this test ng. So anyway, we have to import JUnit, test where is that? st yes, all the libraries we have to. So in database, why or dot this logger is SLF4J, why it is one second, something happened in my system that SLF4J also got discouraged. That is strange. Just a minute, I think SLF4J may have dependency. It was coming from JUnit. Sorry, test ng. Okay, anyway, let me check here in the test class whether I can create at the rate test. Why JUnit libraries are not coming? That is very strange. Mm-mm-mm. Just a minute. Maybe we need some. This is not loading properly. No, testng is different. Testng is not the correct one. Testng will cover letters, but first we have to use the JUnit thing. Okay, so that is very strange because we have JUnit dependencies, right? This JUnit, right? For अगर मैं इसको 4.3.2 is the latest version basically. Yes. Okay. ये log का भी नहीं आ रहा है. I don't know why this logger. Log factory, right? Log factory is from where? Don't know. I mean, I am observing it from yesterday. Some libraries are not uh, showing for me somehow. ठीक है, देखते हैं. अभी at the rate taste. Now taste is from where? अरे ये कहाँ से आ गया है? हाँ, अभी if we take this org.junit, can you see this at the rate taste is coming as at the rate taste from junit org.junit. Okay, now if we put some method, suppose public void or test login. Okay, test login, any method. So this method will be considered as a test method, and see, for this method you are getting one run button. Okay, so next if we put another method as at the rate test login, then test, let's say first page. Okay, test first page. Okay, so see, these are all test method. You can run those tests. Okay, and suppose you are putting some sysout statement here. In sysout statement, test login page is test login test is successful. Okay, and the same way test first page sysout test first page is successful. Okay, So if you run this test, it will consider as test. Okay, build. Okay, continue. See, this test login test is successful. Test first step is successful, and you are getting where in the debug console. In the debug console. Okay, this test result you are getting in the debug console. There is, so JUnit works like this. Okay, also there are some, at the rate before, at the rate before, before class, these things are there. So what is before? uh, at the rate before class. So let's understand what is these annotations. Suppose I am annotating uh, at the rate before, in a method. Okay, public void, let's say this is method before method. Okay, and sys out. No, testng has some other annotations also. JUnit. Hmm. We'll cover testng, don't worry. So this is before. Okay, and what is before class? See what is before class. Let's say I have another method, public void before class. Okay, I have another method, and here sys out, let's say before class. Okay, now see how it is executing. This is very important. Okay, how it is executing. Now I am running the whole test cases. Okay, uh, what is that? Before class, it's a method. Before class should be static. The method before class should be static. Why? Acha, okay. Public static before public static. What is that? Okay, fine. um, Continue. Method should not be method before method should not be static. No, no, not like that. The methods are, this is a label. I'll show you how it is happening. Okay, so method before, see, method before class is showing method before class should be static. Method before class should be static. Why this is before class, before class. What I am doing wrong? Just a minute. Hmm. Just a minute. Let me check what is happening. Am I doing anything wrong or what? Org.junit before class. That is fine. Mm, method annotation before class means first test method in the class. These methods must be static. This is a requirement of the JUnit because before class is run before class is instantiated, so it cannot perform instantiation of variable. Okay, that is fine. And before class is should be public static, correct? Even public static void before, oh sorry, here it should be public static, oh acha. Now see how before class worked. Before class worked before this class, means before all the methods of this particular class, and before method ran before each and every method. If you see, before each and every method it ran. Can you see this test, before this test this method ran, this test this method ran. Okay, so okay, so why, I mean what we are getting is a before class when we are using annotation of before class, right? So before class will execute once in a single class, okay, and before execution of the class, so it cannot depend on the instantiation of class basically. So to give it a class property, right, to give this particular before class method a class property, we have to put static. Okay, we have to put static because static method do not require any instantiation of class. So no, only before class, only before class, that is what I am saying. See, before class will execute before the execution of the class, and that should not depend on the class body itself. Okay, that should not depend on the class body itself. Why? Because you are running it before execution of the class, so how can it depend on the instantiation of class? No, right? You can't. So that is why before class should be static, before class method should be static. Okay, and before, what is before? Before method will execute, before method will execute before each and every test method, before each and every test method. If you see, before method has been executed with from before first test, again before method has been executed before second test. Got it? Before every method, before every test method, before method will be executed. This I am writing here. This will execute before each test method, right? Method before class, this will execute before the class executes. Okay, and these are the test methods. See if it is clear or not. Say before method, suppose before method you want some precondition for that particular method. Okay, for that particular test, these are all tests, right? These are tests. So for these tests you need some or for all the tests you need some precondition to be executed. So then you can use this before class or before method. Correct, correct. Yes. Suppose you want to instantiate the DB database. That is fine. You want to instantiate JSON file, so that you can use throughout the project. So those cases we will use before and before class. And the similarly we have at the rate after and after class. Okay, after class. So after, what is after? It's simple. It's just opposite of before. It will execute after each test method. After each test method. And after class, after the whole class. Okay. And I hope that after class will not require the static thing, right? Suppose this is my after class. So public void after class. Okay, and this is my after, right? So public void after method. Okay, so here if we put sysout after method, okay, method, and here you put sysout after class. Let's see if after class can be executed without the requirement of static. Let's continue. After class should be static. Both after method means after a before class and after class should be static. Okay, remember it. Because these are executed before and after the class body execution. Now check how this before and after things are working. See, before class, okay, and at the end of the class it is after class. Can you see? See here. See the sequence. Just a minute. Let me maximize it. Sometimes this VS Code open source softwares really causes trouble. It's very irritating. You don't understand what is happening. Okay, so see this before class and before after class. Before execution of class and after execution of class, these before class and after class are getting executed. And before method and after method is getting executed before and after each test method. See, for this test method, this before and after, this test method, this before and after. Okay. Ah, ending. Right. Hmm. Correct. Correct. We can have some precondition and post condition. Those things we can run using before method and after method, before class, after class. Okay. Mm, code or what? Hmm. कोड पास करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. आई विल गिव यू दिस द होल कोड. No, not needed basically. No, no, not needed. Just understand it. Okay, understand it, and you will get all this code after we will complete with this framework. Na, we will. So J unit you understood, right? J unit. So this is so next thing is we can have, instead of JUnit, we can have test ng. Okay, the same thing. Test ng is also a testing framework, but not a unit testing framework. The test ng was developed for what do you say? Sorry, C, Control C. TestNG was developed to, targeting Jackson core, Jackson data, okay. Targeting the testing framework, okay, testing methodologies. Okay, we'll see how to use TestNG framework. Okay, TestNG is, it's important. So TestNG Maven dependency. So we'll copy this TestNG Maven dependency. Let's say the latest version. Okay, and we will use here in the pom.xml. Okay, pom.xml. Okay, now in the pom.xml we have to add this testng kajo dependency. Not needed. Don't do it bits and pieces. And as soon as we have just deleted this JUnit thing, so we'll get all these errors, right? So here also we have this before class test methods. Okay, instead of before, in TestNG we have a before method. Okay, before method. See, before method. Instead of before class is okay. Before class is fine. Import before class. We have the same concept. Before method and before are same. In before annotation of JUnit and before method of TestNG are same. We'll show. How it is same. And before class, there is also a before class for TestNG, and test methods are also same. Okay, it's TestNG annotations. Okay, and there here, as there is no before annotation, it should be before method. Okay, sorry, after method. Before method and after method. And here it is after class from TestNG. Okay, now see, the concept is same for both. And if you go to debug console, see, this is what happened. Before class, before method, then first test, then after method, and then before method, second test, after method, and then after class. And I think this before class do not need it to be static. Let me check. Okay, if it is yes. So in TestNG it is that static method is not needed. Okay, static method is not needed for both before and after. For both before and after, static methods are not needed. Okay, so if you see the debug console, it is giving you before class, before method, test first page is successful. This is the test method. Okay, and then after method. So each and every for after before each test method, it's before method is getting executed. After each test method, after method is getting executed, the same as JUnit. Okay, now we have this before class, right? We also have uh, at the rate before test. Okay, before test. So public void before test method. Hmm? Let's see what is before test method. This out before test. Now if we run, we'll get this before test at the starting. Okay, now how it is happening and what is before test, what is before test. Now this is one class. Okay, this is one class. Now we can have n number of classes with test classes, right? We can have n number of test classes. So if I want to execute a piece of code, a method before all the tests, before all the test, whatever the class, I mean whatever the test is inside this particular class or outside class, it doesn't matter. Okay, we will execute one method before all the test. Okay, before all the test. Got it? Then we can use this before test annotation. Before test annotation. So before test, why before test is used? Before test is used. Before test is used to execute before all the test method. Okay, don't be confused with before method and before test. Before test will execute before all the test, whether it is those tests are in the same class or different class, before all the test. But before class will execute before each test classes. Okay, before each test classes, right? It will execute only once. Hmm. No, first will be before test. Hmm. Hmm. Correct. Suppose you have precondition, suppose you want to pop up or browser, or you want to launch the browser before all the test. Okay, before all the test, not before each टेस्ट, बिफोर ऑल द टेस्ट, जितने भी टेस्ट है उससे भी पहले तुम आप क्या कर रहे हो, एक ब्राउज़र लॉन्च करके रख रहे हो. ओके, एंड देन on that particular browser or on that particular instance the test will execute. Possible. Now test class could be different. This is class A, we can have another test class B. So I need that browser instance for test inside class A as well as class B. Then we can use before test. Okay. Ah, correct. Right. Right. Before test. At the rate test. At the rate test are test methods, right? These are test methods. So what is the advantage of test ng over JUnit? There are some extra annotations are present. Okay. Also, we can execute the tests in parallel. In parallel, we can execute the tests. Okay. Suppose I want to execute this test 1 and test 2 parallelly, then we can do it. Also, we can do some priority. We can put some priority. Okay, suppose I want this test first page should be executed first, then this @test will be executed. So how to do that? It's priority. Suppose this is my priority equal to 1. Okay, and sorry, priority 0, and this has priority 1. So priority 0 will take precedence. Okay, priority 1. Okay, now you will see first this test will execute, then this test will execute. Means first this test first page is successful, will get printed, and then test login test is successful. However, these tests are written, test login is before. We have written this test first. Okay, so let me execute it and see in the debug console. See, the test first page is successful, test is executed first, and then test login test is successful, is executed. Got it? So this is how we can set some priority of the test. Some priority of the test. Sorry? We cannot set any priority in JUnit. We can do it. This is the test ng's annotation. Okay, this is a priority is not available in JUnit. It is available in test ng. Yes. Correct. We can prioritize some test. Okay. Okay, fine. There is another concept of testng.xml. Testng.xml means we can create test suites. Okay, test suites. Test suites means suppose I want to execute this particular test um, from command line, right? Then how to do that? We can run one testng.xml. The testng.xml will execute the test methods. Okay, the testng.xml will execute the test methods. Okay, we'll discuss it later. Okay, before when we'll complete the testng is normal. These annotations are clear, right? We'll cover the testng.xml later. Fine. Till now it's clear, all clear. How to run tests from in manually in testng and JUnit. And what is the significance of before test, before method, before class, after test, after method, after class, all are clear. Okay, so let's develop the framework first, and then we'll implement this testng.xml. Then you will understand what is testng.xml. Okay. Uh, because these are all dummies tests, right? So we will create some parallel execution and all. We'll do using that testng.xml. Okay. Okay, so for now, keep it like that. Now, next thing. Next, what is pending in this particular framework? We do not have any reporting, correct? We do not have any reporting, so we have to put a or we have to create a report, right? We have to create a report. So for that, we will create we will create what? We will create a reporting thing, right? Fine. सी सो रिपोर्टिंग हम लोग क्या करेंगे? रिपोर्टिंग में एक HTML पेज बनाएंगे, राइट? सी इट केयरफुली, एक HTML पेज बनाएंगे. So we can have many other libraries like Alio report, right? Extent report. So this kind of reports are already present in the market. So you can use those. But I would suggest, I don't like those structure. Okay, basically. So I would suggest, let's create a reporting. I mean, if you know how to cross the English Channel, you can easily cross our Mulamuta river, right? So let's create a report on our own. Okay, and then you can use any outside tools also. First see how to create report. Okay, so what we'll do, we will create a HTML page. Okay, inside HTML page, let's say I have this test, okay, two tests. Now here there would be two sections. One is test name, then let's say screenshot. This section, it will contain the screenshot, and then here the action name. Okay, action name. Again here also for the second test also, it will be the test name, screenshot, and then the action name. Okay, so we will create this kind of report. Fine, we will create this kind of report. HTML report. Basically, we are creating HTML report. Okay. See how to create HTML, how to render HTML things in a through Java code. Okay. So let's create a folder called inside automation only. Let's create a folder called reporting. Okay, the folder name is reporting. Okay, and in reporting we will create one class that is report manager dot java. Okay, report manager dot java class, simple class. Okay, here we will create certain methods. We will create certain methods, right? Let's say first thing what we have to do is we have to gather all the HTML tags to be used or we will use in this particular HTML page, and we have to create a whole string using string builder, and then that string will be pasted in the HTML file. Okay, this is the target. So we will create the whole thing, whole HTML string using a string builder, and we will create that at the end of the test. Okay, let's see how it can be done. So first thing is we will create one string builder. Okay, string builder instance. So it's private static string builder string builder. Where is string builder? String builder so all these Java commons, Apache, this kind of things are coming. String builder is not coming. Seriously. String builder, let's say report content, whatever report content will create equal to new string builder. सिंपल स्ट्रिंग बिल्डर का जो एक ऑब्जेक्ट मैंने क्रिएट किया सिंपल, क्योंकि मुझे एक अपेंड करने वाला स्ट्रिंग चाहिए और व्हाट आई से अ म्यूटेबल स्ट्रिंग चाहिए. करेक्ट, वी वांट अ म्यूटेबल स्ट्रिंग सो दैट वी कैन अपेंड as per requirement. So we need a string builder. Then we will create a report path. Let private static string, again that string is wrong, static string path equal to or report path, report path. Okay, it's report path. Then we'll create init report suites. Okay, I mean that initialization of report. So how to do that? Why this class will create I mean let me elaborate you after writing this. Okay, so public static void init report suite. Okay, init report suite. So here we'll first declare the file path. Okay, first declare the file path, HTML file path. Okay, so we will create here string. Let's say this is my file path. कहाँ पे करें? SRC टेस्ट रिसोर्सेस रिपोर्ट्स करके कुछ है क्या हमारे पास? नहीं है ना, तो we can create one. We will create inside SRC test resources, then we will create a report folder. Okay, this is my reports folder. Okay, now the file path we will give as same system dot get property user dot dir file dot separator plus src plus file अरे जावा फाइल किधर है? जावा यो ओके, 1 मिनट में क्लोज करके ओपन करता हूँ. हाँ, मे बी दैट विल सॉल्व माई प्रॉब्लम. Documents. This file should be what? Java IO file. Now again, file dot separator. Separator means slash, right? Then src test plus. Why file dot separator is used instead of slash? Any idea? And you are not asking the question, by the way. I expected that you will ask the question while you have used file dot separator. Anyone in the call? फाइल डॉट सेपरेटर क्यों यूज किया जाता है? एनी आइडिया? Only for slash. So why we are not using slash? क्वेश्चन नहीं आ रहा है क्या? ये फाइल सेपरेटर बंदा लिख रहा है, क्या लिख रहा है? क्या सिंटैक्स? सिंटैक्स का कोई मतलब लॉजिक होगा ना. सिंटैक्स see, we have to write a platform independent code, right? Suppose I am writing in Mac machine. The same code should run in your Windows. Suppose vanilla has Linux, so same code can run in Linux also. So if you see, the slashes are different in different OSs. For Linux and Mac OS, it takes this kind of slash, double slashes, okay, or this kind of double slashes. So this is like src test, or instead of double slash you can also put this slash, okay, this slash. Now in case of Windows, this is simple src test. This is for Windows, okay. So to I mean, if you are running this src slash test slash resources in your Mac machine, okay, then it will fail that they saying that these slashes are not proper, okay. That is why we are taking this file dot separator. File dot separator means whatever the OS is, it will take the slashes accordingly, the separator accordingly, as per the operating system. src test resources, and then it is reports, correct? Reports, and that's it, I think. So we don't need this file dot separator again here. So this is my path. So src test resources reports में हम लोग हमारा जो रिपोर्ट है वो सेव करेंगे, करेक्ट? Now we have to give the report path. This is the file path. Now we have to give the report path. So report path we have already declared here. So it's the same thing. We will report path equal to file path plus again file dot separator, then file name. Okay, file name. So file name could be, let's say, um, what to give, a टाइम स्टैम्प वाला एक नेम दे देते हैं. लेट्स से न्यू simple date format, simple date format. And the pattern we can declare that it should be YYYYMMDD, and our minute second भी दे सकते हैं. It should be HHMMSS, correct? So new simple format, simple date format dot new date. Okay, एक second. We will create a report with today's date in YYYMMDDHS. Okay, format new date. Okay, so this much. Okay, plus dot html. Okay, and let's see. This is the file name basically. Okay, this is the file name. We will give the timestamp here, and let's put file dot separator here. Na, here we'll give some report underscore then today's date, today's date and timestamp, so that for each and every execution a new HTML files generates. Okay, एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ अभी. फाइल नहीं, यही लेना है ऐसा कुछ नहीं, कुछ भी ले सकते हो. यू कैन टेक एनी नेम. वाई आई एम पुटिंग दिस टाइम स्टैम्प हियर, दिस इज द कोड फॉर टाइम स्टैम्प बाय द वे. अभी जो टाइम है, अभी जो डेट एंड टाइम है, उसका टाइम स्टैम्प जो मिलेगा, दिस इज द कोड. ओके, दिस इज द कोड फॉर टाइम स्टैम्प. टाइम स्टैम्प मीन्स YYYY means 2024, MM means month means अभी सितंबर चल रहा है, तो 09. DD means suppose today is 27, so 27, then hour minute second. ओके, आवर मिनट सेकेंड. ये फॉर्मेट में, इस फॉर्मेट में मुझे एक HTML का फाइल बनाना है. दैट्स इट. करेक्ट. right we have to write the data in that particular report. Nothing standard, nothing called standard here. report का नाम आप कोई भी कुछ भी दे सकते हो, राइट? देखो दिस SRC टेस्ट रिसोर्सेस, देन रिपोर्ट्स, ये फाइल पाथ है. ओके, सो ये फाइल पाथ में हमें ये फाइल हम लोग क्रिएट करेंगे अभी. नाउ इस फाइल में हम लोग क्या करेंगे, वी विल क्रिएट लॉग फाइल नहीं, हाँ, करेक्ट. करेक्ट. तो देखो, सो दिस इज रिपोर्ट कंटेंट स्ट्रिंग बिल्डर. हमें अभी वो जो स्ट्रिंग है वो प्रिपेयर करना है, बड़ा सा स्ट्रिंग एक प्रिपेयर करना है. सो डॉट अपेंड अभी HTML कोड, थ्रू HTML कोड हमें मतलब वो स्ट्रिंग प्रिपेयर करना पड़ेगा, राइट. सो सी HTML starts with HTML tag, correct, HTML tag. And then what is next? It's head, HEAD, head. Sorry, it should be inside HEAD, head. दिस इज द हेडर वी आर. एक रिपोर्ट का एक हेडर होता है ना, रिपोर्ट का एक हेडर होता है, हेडर सेक्शन. वो हेडर सेक्शन फर्स्ट हम लोग क्रिएट कर रहे हैं. ओके, नाउ एक टाइटल देते हैं इधर. टाइटल could be anything. Suppose this is test report, and then we will close the title tag. HTML का थोड़ा सा नॉलेज है ना. तो ऐसे ही हम लोग HTML कोड लिखते हैं, राइट. नाउ डॉट किधर. अच्छा, इधर. हाँ, थैंक यू. ओके, नाउ अगेन HTML first, we have to, in the first hand we have to create the file in HTML file. Okay, HTML is a shareable file. Why HTML? Because you can publish this HTML file in the in your Jenkins also. Okay, through Jenkins also you can publish this HTML file to the client. After that you can convert this HTML file to any file, like let's say a PDF file में कुछ report देना चाहते हो, right. So one time, this is not rows. नहीं, why framework is one time activity only. The whole framework thing, the concept is one time activity only. It is every day you don't have to create framework. But if you know how to create framework from scratch, no one can stop you in the automation field of automation actually. So next we will create the what, style. Okay, sorry, this should be string. Style means some style we will provide. Okay, dot append again, inside append. नो क्योंकि मुझे ये कोड, जैसे जैसे कोड एग्जीक्यूट होगा वैसे वैसे मुझे फाइल को अपेंड करते जाना है, करेक्ट. फर्स्ट टेस्ट केस डन, then we will append the code for that. Second test case done, we'll append the second test case. Then third test case. Run time we have to create. Okay, run time we have to create. वो तो HTML पेज आप क्रिएट कर ही सकते हो, बट मुझे कोडिंग थ्रू करना है, रन टाइम में करना है. ओके, सो ये टेबल का जो है वो विद मैं एक टेबल क्रिएट करता हूँ, विल एडजस्ट द विथ एंड ऑल. सो इनिशियली लेट मी क्रिएट दिस विथ्स, with let's say we'll adjust these kind of styles at the end. At the end means when the full the full report will it will be created, then we'll see and check whether it is looking fine, or we can create anything. I mean, we can edit it here. Okay, so let's say this is my width. um, we have to give एक border चाहिए. एक बॉर्डर तो चाहिए, बट बॉर्डर का स्टाइल क्या होगा? बॉर्डर कोलैप्स, लेट्स से कोलैप्स, कोलैप्स. बॉर्डर कोलैप्स मतलब जैसे ही वो होगा. लेट मी थिंक. हाँ, बॉर्डर कोलैप्स जैसे ही आता है. Okay, we'll check. If it is not working, then we'll check. Then we have to create the style for header and any row. Sorry. So th is for header, th comma td. So header and for any column. Okay, tr means row, th means heading, header. For th and td we will use same thing. Let's say border क्या दे सकते हैं? 1 पिक्सल का देके रखते हैं. गलत लगेगा तो हम लोग ये कलर वलर चेंज कर सकते हैं. ओके, कहाँ तक हुआ? ओके, कि नहीं, यहाँ पे एक सेमी कोलन. ओके, टी एच एंड टी डीज का बॉर्डर जो है 1 पिक्सल सॉलिड ब्लैक. देन एक पैडिंग देता हूँ. पैडिंग देता हूँ. The padding would be of 10 px standard. 10 px. Okay, then what? आज थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा टाइम लूँगा मैं. इज़ दैट ओके? थोड़ा सा मतलब तो सोच के करना पड़ेगा ना, थोड़ा सा टाइम तो लगेगा. नेक्स्ट डे, अरे ठीक है, देखते हैं. नहीं तो नेक्स्ट डे करेंगे. लेकिन अलाइन, टेक्स्ट अलाइन दे सकते हैं. इज इन सेंटर. ओके, इज इन सेंटर. ओके, सो दिस इज, ये हो गया एक टी एच एंड टी डी का. क्या? किसका? नहीं, वो मिसिंग नहीं है. अपेंड करना है ना, अभी अपेंड करते ही जाना है हमें. देन अच्छा, इमेज का भी देखना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि बीच में हमें इमेज डालना है. लेट्स से IMG टैग के लिए क्या लगेगा? एक डिस्प्ले, इमेज के लिए एक डिस्प्ले चाहिए. एंड डिस्प्ले शुड बी अ ब्लॉक डिस्प्ले. करेक्ट. एंड इमेज के लिए एक मार्जिन भी चाहिए होता है. मार्जिन be auto. Margin auto. देखते हैं. Okay, and then एक मैक्स विथ को देखना पड़ेगा. इट शुड बी 100% max width. And here height can be again auto means automatic. Okay, automatically height and width वो ले लेंगे, margin and width. ठीक है, यहाँ पे एक सेमीकोलन रहेगा and dot append again. Okay, ये style I think that's it. बाद में देखेंगे क्या स्टाइल एक्स्ट्रा यूज़ कर सकते हैं. तो ये क्रॉस स्टाइल को क्लोज कर दिया मैंने. ओके, नाउ क्या होगा, अभी हेड को भी क्लोज करना पड़ेगा एंड बॉडी स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा. करेक्ट. डॉट अपेंड हेड को क्लोज करना पड़ेगा एंड बॉडी को स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा. राइट, बॉडी स्टार्टेड. बॉडी में अभी यहाँ से हमें रन टाइम में एक हेडिंग दे देता हूँ. डॉट अपेंड बॉडी में सपोज एक H1 हेडिंग, सबसे बड़ा H1 में ही होता है ना. H1 let's say here test execution report. Okay, and let's close that H1. Okay, तो ये हो गया अपना जो भी प्री फील्ड, मैंने नॉट प्री फील्ड लेकिन ऊपर का जो स्ट्रक्चर वो हो गया. ठीक है, स्टिल एक टेस्ट एग्जीक्यूशन रिपोर्ट. नेक्स्ट थिंग वी हैव टू डू इज वी हैव टू नाउ डिज़ाइन द बॉडी. नाउ टेबल में क्या होता है, एक बॉडी के अंदर टेबल में क्या होता है, टेबल में होता है कि एक टेबल के अंदर होता है टी एच मीन्स हेडिंग, देन TR and TR means row and column means TD. Eventually in TH also we will have some TD columns. Okay, so let's see. ओके, अभी एक लॉग एक्शन करके एक क्लास बनाता हूँ एंड इन दैट क्लास, inside that class we'll create all these things. Okay, और एक starting class. Okay, first is public. Okay, ये method को ख़त्म करता हूँ. This method is this much and next is public, let's say static void start test. In start test we can write, we can write the again this report content dot append. एक टेस्ट केस नेम को हम लोग प्रिंट कर सकते हैं. सो हियर वी कैन टेक string test name. ओके, नाउ एक हेडिंग टू अपेंड में अपेंड करके यहाँ पे H1 सबसे बड़ा एक टेस्ट रिपोर्ट, देन H2 किसको नींद आई है, टेस्ट केस ओके, टेस्ट केस जब ही स्टार्ट टेस्ट मतलब जैसे ही टेस्ट स्टार्ट होगा, एक स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द टेस्ट विल पुट दिस मेथड. मीन्स एक टेस्ट जैसे ही स्टार्ट होगा ना, दिस मेथड विल बी एग्जीक्यूटेड. नहीं नो, सी यहाँ पे देखो, how we are creating this method init report suite, right? Init report suite will be in the before class, let's say, okay, or before test. ठीक है, will be inside before test, @before test. तो ये आपका जो यहाँ तक H1 टेस्ट एग्जीक्यूशन रिपोर्ट एक बन के वो हेडर वगैरह, हाँ हेडर नहीं, ब्लैंक हो गया, ब्लैंक के बाद, ओके, ब्लैंक के बाद एक देखो ये हेडर, हाँ HTML हेड, हाँ एक करेक्ट, एक एक हेडर बना के हम लोग रख रहे हैं इनिट रिपोर्ट स्विट, ओके, मेथड. देन स्टार्ट टेस्ट, ओके, स्टार्ट मतलब अलग अलग टेस्ट के लिए अलग अलग टेबल्स चाहिए ना हमें, हाँ, अलॉन्ग विद द हेडिंग, तो वो हम लोग अभी कर रहे हैं. सो टेस्ट केस लेवल में हम लोग करेंगे. सो हियर दिस इज द टेस्ट केस एंड देन अपेंड टेस्ट नेम हम लोग वहाँ से विल इम्पोर्ट इट फ्रॉम द टेस्ट क्लास, ओके, टेस्ट नेम, एंड देन append this thing, means closing of H2, okay, closing of H2. नेक्स्ट वर्ड डॉट टेबल का भी स्टार्ट होगा, डॉट append टेबल, सॉरी ये आएगा like this, like this. Okay, table start, we are starting the table, and we are appending all the rows and columns. Okay, we are appending all the rows and columns. So first append, we have to append what? We have to append first, it would be tier. Okay, first it would be tier, right? And then inside tier there will be header, means th, okay, there will be one th header. Then let's say this is my action, okay, action header, action means heading would be action. Then we will close the th, then we will again start another th, another th, that would be the image, I think, or screenshots, okay, screenshots. Again we will close the th, right, sorry, not this one, this one. Then again we will create a th means header, I mean header का जो वो होता है, right, हेडर का जो कॉलम नेम्स होता है वो मैं यहाँ पे डिफाइन कर रहा हूँ. लेट्स से दिस इज, और क्या दिया जाए, टेस्ट लॉग्स दे दिया जाए, टेस्ट लॉग्स, th. Okay, so this is the header for one test. Okay, this is the header for one test. This would be executed before each test. Fine. Now let's say we'll have um, the log actions we have to put, right? Actual log we have to put. So थोड़ा 10 मिनट है या फिर नहीं है? इतना एग्जॉस्टेड हो गए हो क्या? बस से कोई जाता है क्या? अभी क्या बताऊं दिमाग में नहीं जा. हम्म. ठीक है, फिर नेक्स्ट वीक हो गया. ठीक है, चलेगा. चलेगा. या